Okay, we're live. We're live, and live. How you guys doing today? Welcome to the show. Welcome to my channel, Traveling with Bruce. It's Bruce here. Welcome to Monday, September the 10th, 2018. 1/3 of the way through September. Oh man, time is going. How is everybody doing? How was your weekend, everybody? I hope you had a good one. Here in Creston in British Columbia, where I am, 3 miles north of the Idaho border. Kind of a rainy day this morning, and now it's partially sunny out, and my computer is adjusting for the lighting here as best as it can. A moment or two ago, it was quite dark in here, and now, well, now you can see the light take over again. It's quirky. Sometimes the sun dominates the picture, sometimes the lamp in front of me. What can I say? How are you guys? Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're back. I hope you had a good one. Jennifer and I went to Costco on Saturday, loaded up on a bunch of provisions, and well, I'm happy to report we made it back alive. The folks at the border were kind of normal. It was kind of nice. How long you been gone? 6 hours. Where'd you go? I went to Coeur d'Alene, bought groceries. What'd you get? Bunch of food. Buy any booze? No. Any cigarettes? No. Have a nice day. Yay! I love it when it works like that. You know, people just trying to eat. What can I say? I'd love to go to a Costco Canada, but the closest Costco in Canada is 6 hours from here, whereas Coeur d'Alene, 2 hours, 20 minutes. Pretty easy math, isn't it? So we got her done, and it's all good. Thank you, everybody, for all your support and great wishes and comments. A bunch have been coming in the last couple of days. I know we're all following these stories coming out of the Caribbean right now, the Atlantic, all of these storms, these hurricanes. The height of the season apparently is today. Today is supposed to be the most active day of the year for hurricanes, and it's not disappointing. September the 10th, 2018, we got 3 hurricanes in the Atlantic right now, and there's action all over the place. It's unbelievable. I did a video this morning talking about the second hurricane that's going to hit. The first one we're all talking about right now is Hurricane Florence. We've been talking about this one now for 3-4 days. It's underneath Bermuda, and it's going to skirt way underneath Bermuda and then work its way northwest up towards, looks like South Carolina, northern Georgia, North Carolina. That region is kind of where it is headed, and unfortunately, it is going to reach a Category 4 by the time it gets there, and that is 145 miles an hour of wind speed. And the story also goes, to make it worse, is that when it gets to the shore, it's going to be crawling when it gets to the shore. It's going to stall out, and it's just going to sit there and dump a bunch of rain. They think it might go inland maybe 50, 100 miles and just wreak havoc with all kinds of communities there. There will be massive flooding. There will be mudslides. There will be catastrophic damage. I think a lot of folks inland just do not realize what they are about to experience. They think they're inland 100 miles. They're safe from a hurricane. You're not safe from the rain that's coming. They are talking upwards of 2 feet of rain, and it's just not going to stop. There won't be any relief. It's not going to be good. I'm hoping that people are heeding the warnings from the officials and getting the heck out of there. Grab a trailer, grab your cars, load up your prized possessions, because it could be really bad. Anyway, I'm not an expert in hurricane preparedness, but what I see is not good. But the video I did today happened to be about Hurricane Isaac. That hurricane is also in the mid-Atlantic, but that one is a bit south of where Florence is, and it is not looking to track to the north. It looks like it's going to keep going straight west, and on its current trajectory, current path, it's going to run straight into the Leeward Islands. It's going to run into all the Caribbean islands that come south from St. Thomas and St. Martin. So we're talking about the Dominica. We're talking about St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Guadaloupe, Barbados. Trinidad and Tobago might be affected with a lot of surge and extra rain. This is a wide storm that's going to create a lot of rain. Now, the winds, from what we can figure out so far, the hurricane may only reach a Category 1 status. It may only have about 80, 100-mile-an-hour winds, but also it'll be a rainmaker. And the question I have and what I worry about is if the track of this storm in the next 24, 48 hours, slightly deviates to the northwest, just slightly, then it may impact our good friends in St. Thomas, St. Bart's, Puerto Rico, St. Croix, Turks and Caicos, all of the private islands in the Bahamas are going to get drenched from this, and it could really wreak havoc with a bunch of cruise ships who are planning their Bahamian cruises. They may have to go elsewhere, and so the Western Caribbean may come into play a bit heavier here versus the Eastern Caribbean, because that is the area that's going to be affected with Isaac. So we're watching that one closely. I made a video on that today. It's getting a lot of traction already. And if you get a chance, please check it out. And do me a favor, if you've been watching my short videos lately, please share them on your Facebook page to all your friends, and tell your friends to share them as well. And that just exposes my channel to even more people for the first time. So there is that. Lots happening there. Lots more to talk about on that and other things. The channel, my goodness, what's going on with Traveling with Bruce? TWB is picking up some steam here. On Saturday afternoon, we were at 2,716 subscribers, which, I was happy with that. Right now, 2,758. We have added 42 subscribers in 48 hours since Saturday afternoon. So we are really picking up some subscribers here. Welcome all of you who are new. If any of you are watching me for the first time, this is a channel that loves cruise ships. we love talking about going on holidays, going on cruise ship vacations, and newbies, any of you who have never been on a cruise before, this channel's for you. We love talking about cruise ships all the time, comparing notes, that kind of thing. If you are a first-timer, you've come to the right channel. You can ask us anything you want about going on a cruise. I and my viewers would be more than happy to answer any question you might have about what can you bring on a cruise ship, what's this cruise ship like, what's this cruise line like, how do I find a good deal for a cruise, whatever you want to ask. Those of you who are veteran cruisers, you found the right channel too. We are addicted here to cruising. Those of us who are not on a cruise ship right now are just between cruises. That's all. We're just in between the next one, from the last one to the next one, and we kind of help each other along and guide each other through the hard times of being on land until we can go out again and cruise some more. So welcome all to this channel. Bruce here, and thank you all of you for your support. Thank you also. A lot of you folks, you know that I do this as a full-time job. I don't have a day job. This is all I do, and some of you folks are picking up this kind of stuff. TWB, Traveling with Bruce merchandise, T-shirts, coffee mugs, you name it. Thank you for doing that. The link to my Redbubble store, which has 35 different logos, is somewhere up here. There's little buttons up here on my homepage. And also, some of you are picking up product from Amazon. Thank you very much. I have an affiliate link just down below in the description here. There's an affiliate link for Amazon. Go on there, click that little link, takes you to the homepage of Amazon. If you buy something on Amazon, the first 24 hours, something like that, I get a royalty, a little commission. And I thank all of you picking up whatever you're getting. Potato chips, dog food, Gucci bags, whatever you want, Rolex watches, Nikon cameras. Buy it all and buy it through my affiliate link. Thank you. And then again, some of you have been making direct contributions. I noticed just as I got on the air, looks like Brittany Lockwood, one of my regulars, sent me a super chat this morning. Thank you, Brittany, for that. That just popped up this morning. Here it is right here. I see there it is, that little blue thing right there. Sent me a couple of bucks. Aren't you wonderful? Thank you so much. Also, shout out to Robert Brandt today. Robert Brandt in St. Thomas sent me a donation on my PayPal donation site. There's a button. It's either up here or up here, the little icons on my homepage. You can make a direct contribution if you want to help this channel out. And from time to time, Robert does that. Thank you again, sir, for your unwavering support of this guy. All right, that's enough of that. Let's find out who's here, and let's get to some of the topics of the day. Answer any questions you have. Hopefully your view of the show is good. It looks like a good connection today. And let's go from here. Robert Brandt actually was the first to sign in today saying, hi, Bruce. Everyone, 86 in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. The Carnival Fascination is in town today. 2,056 passengers are on that ship, and they're in St. Thomas today. Hopefully, Robert, they're spending a bunch of bucks down there. That would be great. Wes Morrison is here from New Braunfels, Texas. Hi, Bruce. 75 here, New Braunfels. We have 2 days of rain, which we are so grateful for. Yes, parts of the country are bone dry. Parts of the country are not bone dry. And boy, out west, could they use it. Around here, we've had forest fires all summer. I've been telling you, regulars. We got rain, like I said yesterday. We're getting rain all this week off and on throughout all of British Columbia. I'm just hoping it slumps a little to the south of us, to our friends in Washington State, into Oregon and California. Boy, does California need rain badly. I am praying for rain for you guys. Peter Heckema, hi, Bruce and all. A beautiful day here in Tarpon Springs, Florida today. Temperature of 92. Hope you had a good weekend. We are keeping an eye out on 3 hurricanes in the Atlantic. I know, Kat, I saw that. Richard C. Hi, Kat. Richard C. Hello, all. Waiting for the storm to hit. Hey, Richard. Kat, be safe. Tom Henry. Hi, everybody. 85 in Richmond, Virginia. Tom Henry going out for water tonight and batteries. Getting those supplies. Absolutely. Kat is going, yeah. Robert Brandt, what's going on? Peter Heckema, Florence is a big storm headed to North and South Carolina. The South Carolina government has just announced a mandatory evacuation of the entire 187 miles of the South Carolina coast. I couldn't agree more. And don't just go inland 10 miles. Get the heck out of there. That storm is coming in, and it's going to stall and just dump water. Get out of low-lying areas, please. And be careful, people. Tracy Dunlap, hi, Bruce and all. 91 Fahrenheit and overcast in Naples, Florida. No rain today yet. Keeping an eye on the hurricanes. Tracy, stay safe. Robert Brent, Isaac need to go. You know what itself. Just get lost, Isaac. We were hoping that maybe some wind shear would do some damage to her, but it looks like she's got a clean, straight shot right across the Atlantic to the Leeward Islands or that area. The question is, will she go a little south or a little north or just right where it is? And it's going to affect a number of islands, which the video I did today kind of covered that. Brittany Lockwood is saying, hi, Bruce and all. My weekend was awesome. I got to spend some good quality time with my boyfriend on Saturday. That is what I had planned for Saturday and why I was not watching your show. It's all good. Brittany, you get a chance to spend some time with your boyfriend, or you get some time to spend with a guy like me who's going to be 63 later this month. I don't think you want to. It's not much of a contest. I mean, come on, you got to go with the guy. I mean, yeah, you got. Don't hang out with me. You can catch me anytime you want on reruns. You can't catch your boyfriend on a rerun. You got to catch him live. Absolutely. Peter Heckema and Robert Brandt, what's the update on the storm headed your way? Brittany Lockwood, I can't help but agree with you, Robert Brandt. Tracy Dunlap, that's the one worry about for the islands. And here, Robert Brandt, what are they saying about St. Thomas? He just says it's on a path just below us, but who knows? Peter Heckema, yep, they can change direction really fast. Robert saying one thing this island cannot take is another hit. St. Bart's, Dominica, St. Thomas, St. Croix, Puerto Rico. The last thing any of these islands need is a heavy-duty hit from a hurricane and another 2 feet of rain. They do not need it. They are still rebuilding from last year. They're another year out from fully recovering at the minimum. Boy, we're crossing our fingers here. Richard C. Storm will hit Philly and area on Friday. They're saying it could be up to 18 inches of rain. The rain is occurring now through Saturday. North Carolina and Virginia will be hit very hard, he says. Brittany is saying, I hope it stays well south of you, Robert, and I hope and pray it does not come close to me. Robert, none of us need it. Robert, Antigua and Barbuda had its bad year last year, along with the U.S. Virgin Islands, and they don't need it either. Robert might be heading to Naples closer to its arrival. Peter Heckema, they just said on the Weather Channel that Isaac is headed to St. John, U.S. Brittany, I am praying for everyone in both storms' path. Tracy, nope, none of us need it. Robert, many, including us, don't have all damages fixed from last year. We're always prepared for the hurricane supplies like most. This is really not fun stuff. Brittany, I agree, and nobody needs it. Robert, the insurance companies have masterminded how not to pay also. Blaine, hi, Bruce and all. I just want to stop and say, hey, I can't stay as I'm preparing for evacuation. Everyone be safe over here on the coast. Prayers to all. Thanks. Blaine, best wishes to you. Hope you can keep in touch with us over the next few days from wherever you're going to end up. And be safe, my friend. Brittany, thank you again for your contribution today. I really appreciate it. Blaine, she said, Blaine, head somewhere as close to home as you can, but nowhere near this hurricane. Richard, going to the Caribbean in about 35 days should be a smooth ride, he's saying. Hopefully it'll all be over. Brittany, I'm so happy that I'm not on a ship anywhere near any of these storms out there. Tracy, they definitely have Robert Brandt. The insurance companies, we have an attorney for our storm from last year. They sent us a check, which I refused to cash. So we went the attorney route. We have fixed some things on our own. Unbelievable. Robert Brandt, the scam here is claiming the, quote, damage was caused by the second hurricane and people, quote, failed, unquote, to secure their homes after the first hurricane. Well, it was a week later. Not a single supply ship had come. How about that little game? Cute little game these guys are playing. Take them to court and nail those bastards. I tell you, I have no mercy for insurance companies that try to screw their clients. It is disgusting. Wendy Thompson. Hi, Robert, Richard, Tom, Ray, Brittany, Blaine. Everyone here. Mother Nature is treating us to some thunder right now. Robert Brandt. So no one could get repair materials. How do you get repair materials when there's a second hurricane coming right behind the first hurricane? And the first hurricane caused the damage. Give me my money. Unbelievable. Paul Wilgus, hey, Bruce and all. It's 73 and raining here in Virginia. Hey, Paul, welcome back. Tracy, that's why we don't like the cruise, during hurricane season, except for short weekend ones. Would be worried about the things like house, the dogs, the family, this type of thing. Brittany Lockwood, during the flood in Baton Rouge in 16, I lived on the tail of streets. I was on the dry end. I don't even want to think about what would have happened to my family if our house had flooded. It's not good. I'll tell you that right now. Not good. Wendy Thompson saying hi, Peter, as well. Robert Brandt, I have a very good insurance company, but at 1 to 2% of a house value, it's getting to the point where many cannot afford the policy. Can you imagine? They have a $200,000 house and they want $2,000 to $4,000 a year, and then they won't pay out. How about that little game? That's a great little game they're playing there. Crazy Rich guys are here. Hi, guys. Hey, you guys. It's both of us, Shanu and Kaya. Hi, boys. How's it going today? Paul saying, hey, Robert. Brittany saying hi, twins. Everyone's saying hi to everybody else. Let's continue on here. Ed Tollison's here. Hello, everybody. 62 raining here in the Bronx. No heat wave in the Bronx today, so we'll take that. Here in Crescent, 60 degrees, quite cool. We've cooled right off from our summer heat. Paul Wilgus, Robert Brandt, unfortunately, it looks like you might have to use the new house sooner, new house insurance sooner than you thought. Robert, yes, we are watching to get the family out of it. Seems a hit. Let's see here. Gregory, hi, Gregory from D&G. He's here. Hi, Gregory. How you doing, buddy? Welcome back to our show. Welcome back to the channel today. MG Toe, that hurt is going right up your ASP, Robert. That hurricane is coming right up to you. That's what he's thinking. Sylvan is here. Hi, all. 88 degrees and cloudy and muggy. Thumbs up. Thank you, Sylvan. Welcome back. Nice to have you here again. Paul Wilgus. Hey, Gregory. Dixie is here. Hi, all. Hi, Dixie. Welcome back. Crazy Rich guys. How you doing, Gregory? Let's see here. Robert Brandt says, MG, I know. It's headed here. We're watching for it. Tom Henry is here. Hi, J and K. Home from work now. Welcome back. No booze. Shame, 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 Robert Brandt saying there's just no booze. Did the kids not bring you a drink, Robert? What's wrong with these guys? I'll tell you, Tracy Dunlap, please do. Yes, please do, Robert. Don't take any chances. If you have to get out, get out. Sylvan, thumbs ups, everybody. Rob Souter is here. Good evening. Hi, Rob. Welcome back to the show. Gregory Hartman, 87 here in Tampa. And thunder around, but no storms here. 11 more days till my cruise to Bermuda and Grand Turk. Definitely keep an eye on these storms. I'm watching them closely. Tom Henry, Crazy Rich guys, what did you think of my translation of a CRGT? Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Paul Wilgus. There's codes, secret messages. I don't understand what's happening. Something. Paul Wilgus, I live in western part of Virginia, and they are calling for at least a foot of rain if the hurricane follows the path they say it will, and probably stall out near us. That will be bad news. Interior of Virginia, there are areas there where there will be massive landslide problems. You're talking about too much rain, too fast. I mean, if it's a drizzle for a week, it's okay. But when it just comes in a deluge, it takes everything with it. We have got to be careful out there, folks. Tom Henry, I have my gas cans full now for the generator. Crazy Rich guys, I saw it when I was in finance. I'm not sure what he's saying. Okay, MG Toe. Bruce, is there not a Walmart, Target, Sam's Club near you, or Robert Brandt? It costs just as much to drive there and return to spend all the gas you bought. Again, it depends on who he's referring to. Wendy, Mother Nature is one angry leader right now. Gregory, just saying hi to D&G. Let's see. Let's go here. I'm not reading that, Deanna. Hi, glad I am off today. We'll be with you guys praying for all in the multiple hurricane paths. Deanna, welcome back. Tom Henry, I am hungry for that coconut shrimp on the tavern menu. What item do you recommend for lunch, Robert Brandt? These guys are comparing notes from my Facebook group page. Those of you who don't know, Traveling with Bruce has a Facebook group page called Traveling with Bruce. And when we're not talking here, folks are talking there. And sometimes the conversations go back and forth, and here we are. There's some great shots right now on that homepage, on that group page, cruise ship shots, holiday shots. You get a chance, visit us on our group page there. and you want to become a member, just ask. I'll let you in. I'd love to have you join us and let us know what you think. All right. Robert Brandt, Tom Henry, it's all very good. Tom Henry says, I want everything on that. One of everything off that menu. Jim Thomas, hi, everybody. 95 today, smoky, as it has been here for the last month and a half. Jim Thomas is in Northern California where the wildfires have been raging, and he has been contending and dealing with that nonsense up there. I just wish you could get a break. Robert Brandt is saying lots of small plates, and many people order a few small plates instead of one big entree at that restaurant. Debbie Manuel is here. Hi, Bruce and everyone. 93 is the high here in Northern California today, Chico to be exact. Smoke is trying to blow in from the fires further north. Debbie, you need a break, and you need it now. Robert Brandt and Paul Lucas plus the bar. Well, the bar is excellent. What can I say? Tom Henry, I sent them an email and told them Janu and Canu did a nice job on the website. They probably wonder who I am. Who is this guy telling us we have a nice website? Paul Wilgus said, Robert Brandt. Well, that goes without saying. You have to have drinks to wash all the food down. Laugh out loud. Uliboy123 is here saying, yo, right back at you. How are you? Robert Brandt, the Twins are good with all that. They're working on a new site for fatties. I think the Twins have got a career waiting for them if they want to get into web page design. I mean, just go to college and concentrate on that and clean up. There's so much money to be made. Sylvia, I'm Gito. You're kidding, right? Women are all the problems of the world. Sylvia, don't go there. Tom Henry, I ordered 2 boxes of diapers at Amazon today. Laugh out loud. The niece was due 9/3. No baby yet. Tom, I'll look for that order on Amazon and maybe I'll get a commission on it. That'd be great. Thank you, Tom, for your undying support of my Amazon page and this channel. I love it. Robert Brandt, don't take MG too seriously, Sylvia. Paul Wilgus, Robert Brandt, they do good work. They do good work. The Twins do good work on these websites. This is great stuff. Sylvia, good afternoon, all. 75 degrees, feels like 81 in Greensboro, North Carolina. Sylvia, have you been told to bug out? What is happening up there? And Jordan, good morning, Bruce. It's 24 Celsius in Brisbane, Australia today. And welcome back to the show. I know it's early for you. We're all talking about these 3 hurricanes in the Atlantic. The first one, Florence, is going to hit Southern Carolina, Northern Carolina, and flood out Virginia and all kinds of areas up there. We're all worried about it. And then we've got Hurricane Isaac going across the Atlantic. It looks like it's going to hit the Caribbean islands, the Leeward Islands, south of St. Thomas. We hope it stays there, but we're not sure. And then there are forest fires in the western U.S. I mean, there's stuff going on everywhere, and a lot of it isn't very nice. But, folks, welcome to the show, and I hope you're doing all right. Let me know if you have any thoughts. Just say hi and tell me where you're watching me from. What's your high temperature today? Brittany Lockwood, just check the weather. It's 81 and rainy. Let's see. Insanely chaotic. Where do you think Florence is going to make landfall at? The Carolinas. It looks like the Carolinas at a Category 4, 140 mile an hour. Not looking good. Insanely chaotic. We're watching it closely. And Jordan, morning, Robert. And the Twins. Let's see here. Patricia Lawrence. Hi, Bruce from Florida. Patricia, how are you? If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad all of you folks are here. If you're new, any of you out there are new, say hi. Tell us where you're watching us from. Tell us you're new. We love newbies. We always say hi to all of our new friends. It's great. New friends, love it. MG Toad saying, I wonder how much price gouging is going on. MG, I sure hope there isn't any, but if there is any, I hope the media catches it. And I know nowadays people Twitter about it and Facebook about it and put the word out, and I love that. Call out a retailer if they're gouging, by all means. Donna Mankinnon, hi everybody, 73 and nice out today in Beloit, Wisconsin. Donna, you're in one of the pleasant areas of the world. I'm lucky too. I'm in Creston. It's all kind of calm here, a little rainy, but so what? But out there, it is crazy. Welcome back. Cat, 90, but feels like 92. Tom Henry. Paul Lucas, should I get takeout for you? Paul Lucas, MG Joe. That is always a big problem, even though there are laws against it, gouging. Ruben Mendez, great show, Bruce. Ruben, thank you, and welcome back to the show again. I'm glad you're here. Paul saying he's laughing at Tom Henry. Robert, MG Toe, the boarding up supplies, they screw you good on those prices. Unbelievable. Cool Jazz. Robert, do we get a TWB discount? At the restaurant? How do you get one of those? Paul Williams, Robert Brandt, and the gas prices. Watch those. Pop It Good. Stay home with your toy and play, says Pop It Good. Welcome to the show. Chevy in first. Hey, y'all. Back from my LA trip, 13 days until my cruise. If it gets canceled, how would I be notified, or would we cruise elsewhere? The cruise line will definitely be in touch with you. If the cruise gets canceled because they can't get the ship to the port, or you can't get to the port, that kind of thing. They will refund you your dollars. It's an act of nature. They will offer you maybe an additional bonus credit for against a future cruise. Excuse me. On the other hand, if you can get to the ship and the ship is going to depart, they may alter the itinerary. No additional cost to you, no matter what has to be done. And they will keep you safe. They will not take you to a hurricane. Don't worry. The cruise ships don't like to go out there, and wave surf on hurricanes. They get the heck out of Dodge and stay out. Cruise lines would rather get you on board and get you out of that port and head to open sea where it's calm and sunny and wait for everything to pass and then come back. They'd rather do that if they had to. If they can take you to other islands, other resorts, they will. But they will take care of you. They will make sure you're safe. They will not leave the port unless it is safe to do so. They know what they're doing. So stay on top of that. You'll be notified. Keep an eye open. Robert Brent, we get screwed on gas 24/7, 365. He says, MG Toe Pop, I always play with my toy. Pop's laughing. All right, enough of that. Tom Henry, Chevy probably just changed the itinerary. Like I say, MG, Chevy with the cruise company. They'll let you know. Pop, IT good. Papa good. I wish someone would. Pop, be careful now. It's a PG rated channel. Tom Henry and Jordan, hi, good to see you. MG Toe, why don't you hire someone? MG Toe says, and MG goes, I don't know what he's talking about. Pop IT good is saying, Papa good is saying, no such good thing as good insurance. Jim Thomas, troll, go away. Naja Porter, hi from Barbados. Naja, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome from Barbados. I know I'm talking about you guys down there. You've got a hurricane coming at you. I just don't know how bad it's going to be when it gets there. We're crossing our fingers. I know you're boarding up. You're getting ready for it. You folks know what to do. I hope all is going to be well with you there. You're in our prayers. Tammy Ray, good afternoon. Hi, Tammy. Welcome back. Tom Henry, Robert, and you think the Twins are bad. MG is playing with a T. Chevy first. Tom Henry, thanks for that. It's good to hear. I wouldn't be able to ask off work for another week until next year. Crazy Rich guys, our house is pretty well made, but some people still think in bad shape, and I think this might make more people leave. Other houses are in bad shape. Papa good. When Matthew came through, I got so wasted I blacked out with my. Okay, Papa good. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Okay, you're gone. All right. Crazy Rich guys travel. Never mind. Let's go. Report the troll. Robert Brandt, I think I'm gonna have a drink and retired. Always have a drink. Okay, whatever. Let's continue on here. I hope Bruce skips that. Yeah, Bruce just skipped that. Bruce just skipped that guy. A bunch of guys talked to us on our Facebook too. Say Rich guys travel. Tom Henry, traveling with Bruce. Crazy Rich guys is now great. No, we're okay. No, I'm not talking there. Robert, Tom Henry, they think I'm the Crazy Rich part. Okay, MG Toe. If you live on the east coast of the U.S. and dance, you may have rain the next couple of days. Then you can tell all your friends you made it rain. Okay. And Jordan, prayers to all. Keep safe from the storms and all to everybody. Okay. Rich guys are saying Fatty's is another barn that our other brother owns. Right on. In-house work is good practice for you guys. Build these websites for these guys. What else is going on here? Robert Brandt, Paul Wilgus. It's good, misleading some mostly locals. Cat, friends in Oregon are getting smoked from the newest fire near Shasta. That's just terrible. Cam, oh my. Hi, Cam. Welcome back. Paul Wilgus, catchy name. Let's see here. Tom Henry. The Dawn has an irate passenger who is not getting any support from us on Facebook. He is not liking a trip to Canada. I did read about the folks who were diverted to Canada by NCL. The article went that they landed in Halifax, and a bunch of folks were looking to buy sweaters because they were dressed and had clothing for Bermuda. They were supposed to go to Bermuda for 3 days. They've been diverted to Atlantic Canada instead. And with what's happening with the storm, I bet you Bermuda right now is already impacted by swales. They can't be good. I would not want to be anywhere near that area. And going between Bermuda and New York or on a cruise ship, no, thank you. No. Wise move by the cruise line to avoid going that direction and heading to the Maritimes instead. But, folks are upset that they're not getting the trip they wanted. I get it. Just be mad at Mother Nature. MG Toe, let's see here. Never mind. Robert Brandt, that shows a lot of promise, and like two others I can think of. All right. Well, let's see. Tom Henry, wait till they design the first St. Thomas skyscraper. Okay. Uh, Crazy Rich Guys Travels. We aren't responding to that. Exactly. Thank you, guys. Brittany Lockwood, I have been watching both of you, and at the end of the second NASCAR race of the day, they were both delayed by weather in Minneapolis, have no practice session to qualifying for both. I'm not sure what that means, Brittany. I guess weather's not so good down there, wherever that NASCAR race is being held. I'm assuming that's what's being talked about here. Um, oh, my goodness. Let me just see if I have any comments here I can go after here. Dixie saying, sending extra pairs to all. Back to work. I will catch the rest on replay. Brittany, the second race of the final regular season race, and my favorite driver won the regular season championship. And I'm wanting to eat not lots M&Ms. Okay, she's happy. That's great. Debbie, someone's complaining about leaving NCL's ship. That was to go to Caribbean, went to North Canada instead. Left bitchy post about how horrible it was. Well, what can I say? You don't like it. You don't like it. Too bad. Complain to the cruise line. Mother Nature can't help you there. Yeah, I can understand, you would have the right clothes with you. I get that, but you're alive. You're alive to complain about it. That's good. Yeah, it was okay. Debbie, yeah, I see what you're saying there, Debbie. She's saying going north instead of south. Many people complained back, saying that it was just not nice of the cruise line they weren't happy. Can I say cruise lines are not going to hurricanes? They just are not going there. Robert Perez, hey again, what is your opinion on Florence hitting Myrtle Beach near South Carolina, North Carolina? What can I tell you? It happens. I guess. What's the last major hurricane? Hugo, I heard this morning, 30 years ago. It's been that long since the Carolinas really got hit. I mean, really got hit. But they're going to get it here. This storm is going to be a Category 4 by the time it gets to the Carolinas, and will be moving very slowly when it gets there. And that's the bad news about this thing. It can be a Category 5. Just go at 20 miles an hour and get through there, and you get all busted up on land. But the problem is that the hurricane will land in the Carolinas as a Category 4, 140 odd mile an hour winds, and it's not going to move very quickly. It's going to stay a Category 4 for a long time, and on shore it may be a 3 for a while and cause all kinds of havoc, but flooding will be the problem. It's going to be a water issue more than a wind issue, although and I know the weather people from the Weather Channel, you know what they're going to do. They're going to find a place where they can hang on to a power pole and just get blown around like paper dolls. But that's not the real problem with the storm. It's the surge of the ocean and the water from the sky. Upwards of 2 feet of rainfall in areas will be hit. It will not be pretty, and there will be no cameras there to catch it because it's all flooded out. Not going to be pretty. I suspect we're going to see a lot of footage on CNN, MSNBC, Fox, everywhere else. People getting rescued by helicopter in flooded out areas. I see that as the next story after the storm hopefully blows itself out. But this is a week from now. Between now and the next 4 days, it's going to create all kinds of havoc in the Carolinas. It's too bad. Mary Ellen Shaw was saying, still at Universal Studios after our week-long cruise, and hubby says, we probably shouldn't drive home tomorrow. Need to get from Florida to South Carolina. What's the rush, Mary? Yeah, I hear you. If your house is safe and someone is looking after your property, why sit in the middle of it? Why rush to get home to a hurricane? I don't know why you'd want to do that. You might be better off just staying where you are and extend that holiday a little longer. Robert Brandt, I have such a comeback. I'll leave it. I'll leave it be. Thank you, Robert. Let's hear Gregory. Been trying to add our people here to Facebook. Thank you for that, Gregory. Get them over to our site. Deanna, you can't fight Mother Nature. Norwegian did what they had to do to keep their passengers safe and the ship. Absolutely. NCL can't seem to do anything right. MG's thinking, Robert, Paul Wilgus, Robert, I wanted to say something, but I'm being good. Okay, me too, says Robert. Brittany, I do not care where the cruise goes as long as I am on one, as every cruise is going to be different, and I would make the most of it, especially if the itinerary had to be changed for some reason. That's absolutely. The cruise lines will do the best they can to give you a good time, no matter where they have to take the ships. They'll try to take you to smooth waters, low winds, sunshine, warm. That's what they'll try to do every time if it's at all possible. Mary Ellen says, my boss returned my call and asked why I couldn't be back in South Carolina on Wednesday. Really? Why can't you be back here Wednesday? The hurricane won't be here until Thursday. Why can't you be here Wednesday? Really? What a great boss this is. Deanna, Very rare that they cancel a cruise. We'll divert first. That's right. That's exactly right, Deanna. You got it. Cool Jazz Bermuda is very clear and quiet right now. Good to hear, Cool Jazz. I hope it, they totally skirt this thing, but you just don't know. Paul, we'll just laugh out loud, Mary Ellen. Crazy Rich guys, we want to build onto the water like in Tahiti and Fiji. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can do that in the Caribbean as easily. One bad hurricane, and that wipes all those huts out of there. I can see Fiji and Tahiti having calm Pacific waters and being in shallow waters, generally speaking. But still, one bad storm can wreak havoc. We don't see that on the you notice that whenever you're looking for like a brochure on going on an exotic holiday to Fiji or Tahiti, they'll show you those beautiful pictures from the air, those beautiful huts in the water where all there is a little dock that meanders along, and there's a hut here, there's a hut here, and a hut here. What you never see are photos after a wicked storm and the hut's half destroyed. You never see those pictures because they don't take those pictures. They fix them. Then they take new pictures, and they come on down, have a nice holiday. Hey, you do what you got to do. But if you tried to build huts like that, I think in the Caribbean, I don't know if the trade winds would be too much for them. I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but it sure sounds great, though, doesn't it? It sure sounds nice. Very romantic sounding, I got to say. Tom Henry saying that sounds great. Richard C. NCL should have offered money back to passengers at the dock. Yeah, well, when you sign that, when you accept the ticket, you accept whatever they say goes. That's the deal. You have no rights. They take you wherever they want to take you. And good luck with that. Now, I have been personally a little disappointed that Norwegian didn't offer these folks any kind of a credit. I haven't heard of a credit. If anybody knows of a credit, let me know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I haven't heard of a credit being offered by Norwegian to the passengers of is it the Dawn that went to Halifax? For their inconvenience and being, they got to buy clothing that is not summer clothing and blah, blah, blah. But again, the cruise line is exercising their rights, and they can do what they pretty well want. But there you go. Something tells me that if you didn't get on the ship at the dock, you forfeited your fare. I think that also is the deal. Tom Henry, Paul Lugas, you are spooky, my twin. To Cat, because they didn't have the right clothes. Paul Lugas, Tom Henry seems so laugh out loud. Crazy Rich guys, we know we just need some bank. We just need some bang to back it a few years. Bank of Dad. Oh, here we go. Look out. Robert Brandt is going, oh no. Richard C, they didn't want to go north. So I would be mad if I was not going in the area of original cruise. Like instead of a Hawaii cruise, you go north to Alaska. I don't think so. I hear you. I mean, I understand. It's not like they're taking them to the Arctic. They're taking them to the Maritime. It's in the 70s and the high 70s in the Arctic. They're taking them to the Maritimes. It's in the high 70s in the Maritimes right now. It's not like it's 40 below zero in winter. It's not winter in Canada yet. It's cooler here, but the Maritimes, it's been okay. But I get it. People aren't happy. They aren't happy. I have heard, though, there's some people are absolutely delighted. They're having a wonderful time. But the media is not going to give you the good news story. They're going to jump all over that unhappy people. And, of course, the squeaky wheel is the one you hear. Tom Henry, forget the refund. I suggest handing out a free NCL hoodie or a TWB hoodie. How about a Traveling with Bruce hoodie as compensation for this inconvenience? Oh, that's a good idea. I like that idea. Norwegian, order some of those hoodies on my site. Jim Thomas, I asked you a question earlier in the year about how often people jump off cruise ships. And you told me that they try not to report anything about it, but I have been hearing more and more as of late. Yeah, Jim, we always hear these sensational stories of people jumping off. And of course, the story of someone surviving is a big deal. That woman that jumped off a cruise ship near Venice in the Adriatic Sea, and for 10 hours or something, she was treading water and was saved. I'm still seeing stories about her on some of the news sites on the internet. Over the weekend, a German pop star named Daniel Kübelbruck, 33-year-old young guy, apparently he jumped off the ship. There was no fell off the ship talked about here. The story goes he jumped off the ship, the Ada Luna, early Sunday morning off of Newfoundland off the Canadian coast. Search ended a couple hours ago. They've looked for 48 hours, couldn't find him. It's done. This guy would never have survived 10 hours in the ocean Not there. That's the North Atlantic. That water temperature is in the 50s. He would have had maybe an hour, maybe. He would have been in shock within 15, 20 minutes, and then he would have just drowned, no matter what he wanted to do. Story goes that he'd had a meteoric rise to fame in 2002. It was sort of a pop idol type star in Germany. Obviously, this would have been when he was quite young, 17, 18 years of age. He would have been, famous for the first time. He's had an up and down career. He's been in shows like the German version of Big Brother, Dancing with the Stars, all these German television shows that mock or imitate the American versions. He was a celebrity, but not a number one A class, but he's making a living doing what he was doing. But he jumped off the ship apparently. Was it a stunt? It didn't work out because if he thought this was a stunt, he had 10 minutes to be rescued, and there was no hope. It's game over, and he is gone. We hear about those. We do hear about other people who, jump off of cruise ships, but we don't hear much about crew members who jump off cruise ships. Cruise lines do not want to talk about that sort of thing. It does happen from time to time. Keep in mind that it's not uncommon for a cruise ship with 3,500 passengers to have 1,200 crew. You multiply that by 386 cruise ships at sea right now. How many crew members are out on the water full-time, 7 days a week for 6-8 month contracts? It is hundreds of thousands of workers, and there are stories from time to time. They just get a bad letter from home, they get some bad news, and they end it all. It's unfortunate. Falling off a cruise ship, the quote, falling off a cruise ship is very difficult to do. Those of you who've been on a cruise, you know what I'm talking about. You really have to work at it to, quote, fall off a cruise ship. I know that cruise lines have installed cameras around their cruise ships. They have infrared sensors. They can see in the dark. And I bet you that 9 out of 10 times or even more, they aren't falling off of anything. There is a purposeful stride being done here to make this happen. Maybe it's a stunt. Maybe it's someone trying to show off. Maybe it's someone being an idiot. I don't know. But we do hear about it from time to time. It's too bad. But you know what? When you fall in the ocean, you get what you pay for. And if you're jumping in there, you are not guaranteed a good time. By far, you're not guaranteed a good time. I don't recommend it. Really don't. Debbie Manuel, did we hear or not? We had another jumper from the cute ship that has eyes painted on the hull. Can't think of the name right now. That was the Ada Luna, the German line. It's half owned by Royal Caribbean. It's the Ada cruise line. Predominantly German. The tourists go on that line. This gentleman was a German celebrity. We'd never heard of him here, really. And he jumped off. And Jordan, you can't help whether it's best to be safe on your cruise at all times. Hey, Richard C., Tom, Debbie, Sylvia, Cool Jazz. I forgot to say hi to you today. Paul Wilgus, Crazy Rich Guys. You're going to college, make your own money, then build. Jim Thomas says another one jumped this weekend. Robert Brandt, you tell them, Paul Wilgus. Robert Perez, if you did not know, all coastal areas of South Carolina have been evacuated from Beaufort to Myrtle Beach, and no school for 26 counties. Good move. Get them out of there. MG Tow, that's why the ship is the excursion, and you don't really need to get off the ship. Enjoy the ship. If you're going on a cruise and it's going to be diverted by a hurricane, who cares? You're going to get fed. You're going to get entertained. You can use the spa. You got the pools. You're going to enjoy yourself. It's all vacant. You're on a floating resort. Enjoy yourself. Don't worry about the stops. Richard C. Bruce, what about the guy charged pushing his companion off the ship early in the year? Forgot what the ship was, but he was arrested. This does happen. Like I say, there are times where there's a great assist given. And yes, people get arrested. These cameras will catch them red-handed. Law enforcement will take it from there. But I can tell you, the cruise line is not going to brag about it. They're not going to promote this story. They're hardly in the business, and they do not want to be known for, we're the cruise line that helps convict this guy and murder his wife. They're just not going to talk about that because that's not what they're promoting. They're promoting resort enjoyment, and you're going to have to get this news out of the Inquirer or your local paper. or maybe a reputable publication if you can find the story, because by the time some of these people get to court, it's a year later and the story is buried. It's just not sensational enough anymore for the general press to want to cover it, I guess. I don't know. Robert Brandt, in part, I agree, MG Toll, like choosing a hotel or a resort. Robert, Debbie Manuel says, cruises are obviously subjected to weather. Cruise lines do not make the weather. It is decided by somebody else. Absolutely right. Kat, I have friends in North Carolina. Let's pray for them all. Robert Brandt, choosing. And Jordan, yes, Debbie, I think there was another jumper on the Ada, sad times. Brittany, I'm just praying that Florence just starts moving faster so the damage is not as bad. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Richard C., they should give the option to refund money on a cruise that is not even going to the direction you booked. Some people will take the money and run. I hear you there. Debbie Manuel, hi, Ann. Thanks for reminding me of the ship's name. Tom Henry, Debbie, that will be the next overboard AH from the dawn, pushed by others. I don't know. And Jordan, no worries, Debbie. How was your weekend? Crazy Rich guys, they get wiped out there too. What's going on here? Debbie, Mary Ellen, if you can make it up to Fort McCoy, let's see, wait it out. They rent cabins out, and they're getting, all they're getting now is thunder. A little bit of advice here. It says, Cat Rosa, did you hear that Seabourn has a world cruise? I did hear about that. 115 days, 130 days, something like that. It's going to take a look at that. Barb, these people were taking a risk cruising during hurricane season. This is why they got a good deal, so they should enjoy the new route. Barb, good point. Very good point. Thank you for mentioning that. If you book a cruise during hurricane season, which this is, and your ship gets diverted, go with the flow. Just, you're on the ship. You picked the ship for a reason, I hope. If it was simply for the itinerary, that's too bad. If you're on the Harmony of the Seas, and the Harmony of the Seas goes out in the Atlantic for 3 days to enjoy calm weather, calm seas, and beautiful weather, what a great ship to be stuck on for 3 days. Wow, it's got everything. You shouldn't complain. Paul Wilgus, Tom Henry, did you read that article I sent you? If true, Ada has had better do something. I don't think I caught that article. If I've missed it, I apologize. Crazy Rich guys, concrete pillars, and the rip away roof. Talking about I think you're talking about Pier 90 in New York. Debbie Manuel, hot but no smoke. How about your weekend, Ann? Man, goodness, oh my gosh, terrible out there, Debbie. Tom Henry, I read the text, didn't realize it was a link. Oops. Brittany, if I was over the company, I would allow people to get out, and somebody complains to the employee, I would fire them on the spot. I do my best to make sure the employee would only get a job at wherever she's saying, McDonald's. She said, okay, a place like McC. Richard C. Let's see here. Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, Richard, you kind of coming at a different angle on me here. Richard, he's saying, so on that logic, Bruce, the work coming out of retrofits, the passenger should have no recourse on the construction conditions on the ship. Don't understand. Well, I've mentioned before, I've seen this elsewhere, where the advice is, if you can get a great deal on a cruise, and it's the cruise right after a major dry dock, be careful, because the dry dock might have been a major redo, and you might be surrounded by construction workers still working on all kind of painting projects and lacquering and all kinds. There might be all kinds of chemicals on these cruise ships. I agree. When a cruise line puts you on a ship and they do a reconstruction cruise on your cruise, you should get some kind of compensation. That is not enjoying the resort at its height, because you can't get off that resort, especially if you have sea days. But I guess if a cruise line offers you a 7-day cruise, and they're not going to take you to a hurricane, but they're going to take you somewhere else, you got to ask yourself, what am I here for? Am I going to stay on this ship and enjoy this cruise no matter where it's going? Or am I going to be mad at it? Or am I not going to take it? If you don't take it, you probably lost your dollars. If you take the cruise and they give you some kind of a compensation, great. They don't have to. But if you take the cruise and it's an okay cruise and you're safe and you were not subjected to 40-foot waves and 140-mile-an-hour winds, I think that's a win. But that's just me. It's hurricane season. Cruise lines are not going into danger zones. Sorry, that's just not what's going to happen. And Jordan, awesome, Debbie, saw the movie Crazy Rich Asians. It's great to go and see it. Let's see here. Doesn't anyone jump in the daylight, Tom Henry says? Not if you don't want to be found. If you don't want to be found, you jump at night. I think that's the game here. Cool Jazz, an American Airlines flight was diverted due to weather, and the pilot called ahead and ordered 40 pizza pies from Papa John's for the passengers. Pretty cool. I have heard stories like this before, even in Canada. WestJet, I've heard of a pilot do that where they were stuck in an airport for a delay, and he knew that back there all they had were peanuts and pretzels, and he ordered a bunch of pizzas delivered to the plane and paid for it out of his own pocket, and the passengers loved them for it. I'm sure they would be happy to kick in for pizza as well, but those are great stories. Paul Lucas, that pop star's husband said they were both victims of gay slurs by several members of the crew of the Ada ship. Paul, I'm going to tell you, that couple would have been victims of gay slurs all their lives, wherever they went, not just on the ship. And I doubt very much that he jumped because of that. I really don't think so. He's 33, and he's been experiencing a rough time for a long time. But then again, maybe it was premeditated. Maybe he thought from Germany this would be a convenient way to pack it in. How the hell do I know? It's too bad. He did jump in the evening, from what I understand. Tom Henry, other passengers say it's mid-70s today, and they are enjoying the cruise on the Dawn. There you go. These are the folks in the Maritimes. MG, Tom, they don't get too drunk until evening. Okay, great. My goodness. What else is going on here? Crazy Rich Guys, what would people pick if they could only pick one, rich or famous? Brittany, Tom Henry, I feel like it's necessary. I'm more concerned about a person's safety, and I do not want anyone working with me that will not let somebody get out of the storm's projected path. Paul Wilgus, Crazy Rich Guys. Of course, who wants to be famous? Too much hassle. Robert, yes, you need assistance to fall off. Robert is saying you need help. There you go. Tom Henry, I am more concerned about the escape than that diverted from the Bermuda to Nassau. I agree. I think if you're from the north and you're heading to Nassau instead of the Bermuda, and you got to get back, you better be getting in front of that storm, out of the way, or come behind it and get back home. Exactly. We'll have to see. Let's see here. If they get back to New York, okay, Tom is wondering. Good point. Very good point. Let's see here. Crazy Rich Guys, our dad has a fantasy island to be developed, and we want to do it. Okay, Paul Lucas, Robert Brandt, do you want to join Tom and I on Gilligan's Island? No kids. Tom Henry, Bruce's cruise will be 3 hours. That'll last forever. Hopefully it'll end up in St. Thomas. DNS World Travel, hi all. Hey DNS, how you guys doing? Robert Brandt, I own Thatch K. Let's go. Paul Lucas, Robert Brandt. Okay, when Heather Young, hi everybody. Hi Heather, welcome back. We need to build huts, Robert is saying. Cat Rose, 146 days till my cruise. Tom Henry, hi, Cool Jazz. Yesterday was really gloomy watching the escape leave. I turned on the sound. That was cool. Sounds fun on an island. And Jordan, South Carolina governor orders mandatory evacuation on my news app. Please be safe. All prayers to all. Yep, this is the story. Let's say, Wendy saying, Thatch Gay and rum count us in. Gregory, we go. Robert Brandt, but 230 acres. We have space between the huts. Robert Brandt, I don't want to live next to the professor. Gregory, yes, please be safe. Everyone affected by the storms. Robert, that meth lab, boom. No, I don't want to be near that guy. Paul Wilgus, Robert Brandt, as long as there's a central bar. Tom Henry, Robert Brandt, I'm in. Can we have the twins to design the huts? Cool Jazz, yeah, Tom, it was a messy day. I did see the summit also. Not sure what was going on. It normally goes to Bermuda also. That ship isn't going to Bermuda. Robert Brandt, no cars, only carts and four-wheelers on the island. Paul Wilgus, Robert Brandt is sounding better and better. Brittany Lockwood, I am going to be leaving the chat so I can get dinner, but we'll be listening for the rest. Fantastic, Brittany. Have a great one. Robert Brandt, Traveling with Bruce. If I were booking a Bermuda cruise and they said Canada in the fall, I'd have a suggestion. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad suggestion. Tom Henry at Brittany Lockwood Clothing was the guy's big complaint. Said they only had 1 day of notice and they were already en route. Well, there's the problem. What else is going on here? Let's just continue on here. Carla Miller, hi Bruce, just joining you. My cruise on the breeze is Sunday. It's out of Galveston, but there's something brewing in the Gulf. Yes, there is, Carla. We'll have to see what happens on Sunday. By the time Sunday hits, Hurricane Isaac could well be in the heart of the Gulf of the Caribbean Gulf, south of Dominican Republic, south of Puerto Rico. But we don't know if it'll have sheared or just become a big storm. We'll be watching for that. You might be sort of hanging around the Keys a little bit. You might be heading to The Bahamas, I'm not sure. They'll take care of you, though. They're not taking you into a storm. Trust me, you're not going to a hurricane, all right? Carla, you should be fine. Mary Ellen, that's thanks, Wendy Thompson. Sounds good. Not sure what to do. Staying put is sounding good. Cheaper place sounds appealing, though. Don't know yet. That's right, Mary. Just, kind of keep an eye. Paul Wilgus said, Robert Brandt, just think it's terrible that on a cruise ship, the crew would be acting like that. They need to be fired. Well, I agree with everything on that. If a crew is being abusive to any passenger for any reason, they're gonzo. I agree with that. Is that really what happened, or is this wild rumors? Because we're talking about a pop star here, and with a pop star, you're talking about a lot of people who have a lot of emotions about this person. The story you're talking about could have started with the fan group in Germany, the so-called the fanatical fans who are making up fantastical stories of what really happened when there was something a lot different going on that really happened. So let's not work ourselves into a tizzy over these rumors, because there is no credible source that this is legitimately what happened. But I don't agree with that no matter what. I agree. Paul is saying, Carla Miller, yes, it's supposed to bring tons of rain to Texas and Louisiana. And Jordan just checked on Facebook. The NCL Dawn is in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Looks amazing. Sunny day, bucket list trip. It's a beautiful place. Tom Henry, Adrian, friends at Paul Wilgus. Wendy, hubby has tools. We built our last house. Paul Wilgus, Tom Henry, you are probably right. Robert Brandt, and the reality from a biz standpoint is that gangs have more disposable income and should be viewed, and the passengers you want back over and over. I'm biased, clearly. Well, what can I say? Wendy, Mary Ellen, the snowbirds are not all here. Lots of RV and campgrounds around. Rent campers out from here. And Suzanne, Carla, have a great time no matter where you end up at. Suzanne, welcome, by the way. Sylvia, Ground Zero, Wilmington, where my daughter lives, told her to come to Greensboro. We are 4 hours inland. Wilmington has some evacuation. Greensboro will get a lot of rain, Sylvia saying. Yep, get that daughter close to you. Tom Henry and Jordan, I read too fast. Wondered how Dawn got to Sydney. I'll have to get to Sydney, Australia. Carla Miller, Suzanne Hoffman, thanks. Yeah, this thing about the the storm. I mean, there's a lot. See what I'm talking about? So much going on here. We've got 2 hurricanes. We got a guy jumping off a bridge. We've got just all kinds of cruises being diverted. We've got people upset who've been diverted to Canada instead of the Bermuda. Things are happening. Frank Rotondo. Let's see here. Frank Rotondo is here saying hello. Hello, guy from Sarasota, Florida. We're from Sarasota. How you guys doing? Welcome to the show. We have cruised 38 times and never have cruised during hurricane season. If you want to cruise, go to Europe or the West Coast. At this time of the year, I would say that would be a good idea, because you're not going to run into hurricanes. Robert, MG told Robert, did the guy die from? I'm sorry, I can't read that. Tom Henry told the guy on the Dawn to go to the spa and soak in the hot tub and relax. Enjoy that cruise. Feel the Power 098. Stay safe, guys. I hope the storms won't make much damage. Thank you, Feel the Power. Glad you're here too. Yeah, folks, with these storms, we just have to see what happens. The cruise lines, I can tell you, they are on top of these tracks. They know where the storms are. They know where they're headed. They're in touch with the Hurricane Center. They have their own weather systems to monitor. The ships have the latest radar systems. They will not keep the ships anywhere near hurricanes. They just won't do it. They will do itinerary changes at the last minute on the fly. They'll do whatever they have to keep passengers safe, along with the crew and the asset, which is the resort, the floating resort. They'll keep it safe too. And Jordan, amazing pics, Mary Ellen of the Oasis on Facebook. Thanks for sharing. Great ship. Tom Henry, ditto. What else was I going to mention today? A couple things. Florence is 115 miles an hour right now. The wind's supposed to be Thursday morning in South Carolina at 145 mile an hour. Isaac, the Leeward Islands, Thursday at 2 in the afternoon is the expected arrival at the first islands, of the lower Caribbean area. And we'll watch that closely. I will do all I can to keep you folks updated. I will probably keep producing a number of short videos that will just update everybody where we're at. Any cruise news that's going on, I'll do the best to stay on top of that information as well. Thank you, everybody, for thumbs ups today. I got 30 thumbs ups from you guys already on this show. Thank you for the 30 thumbs ups. If any of you are in a kind mood and would like to add to that total, I encourage you, please do add to my total for those thumbs ups. I would appreciate it. Also, the videos I did earlier, if you watch them, please give me a thumbs up if you like them, and share them on Facebook to your family, friends on Facebook. It really, really helps my channel get massive additional exposure. It's what I'm looking for, to gain as much momentum as I can, so more folks can come here and join us on our live chat. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I'm on twice tomorrow at 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Trivia tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. If you have never been here for trivia, you're missing out on a lot of fun. We have a good time on that. I'd love to have you come by. MG2, I followed Florida. Flo is going to wipe out the Caribbean. And then Ann Jordan, laughing out loud. Tom Henry. Robert Brand says, I have 33 thumbs ups. I see 35 now. Thank you, folks, for the additional 5 thumbs ups already, just on that little comment from me. I really appreciate it. I know that Carnival re-itineraried the Pride and the Horizon. The Horizon was supposed to go to San Juan. Canceled outright. It's not going to San Juan, Puerto Rico at all. It is completely out of there. Vista has modified its itinerary from Carnival. Royal Caribbean, the Grandeur of the Seas, modified its itinerary. And then, of course, on Norwegian, the Escape and the Dawn have modified its itinerary. I expect in the next 24 to 48 hours, we will hear other cruise lines start to announce modified itineraries for cruise ships. What we're waiting on, and what I'm waiting for, is will the Hurricane Florence affect Port Canaveral at all, or the Fort Lauderdale port? I don't think it will, but we're watching for that, and we'll see just what happens with cruises returning to and going from there the next few days. We'll cross our fingers on all of that. If Isaac heads towards the north, if it starts going north, it will impact San Juan, Puerto Rico's cruising itinerary completely. St. Thomas's, St. Maarten, I'll let you guys all know about what's going on there as best I can. If it goes further north, it could affect Miami departures, arrivals and departures. We'll see what happens with that too. I'll stay on top of it as best I can for everybody. 38 thumbs ups now. I mean, you guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It helps a lot with the channel. Debbie would have enjoyed sneaking in for a 3rd or 4th go free, but they are on RCCL. I'm not sure what she's talking about. Or is she talking about maybe a water slide? I'm not sure. Too many discussions going on that are happening on this channel. I love it. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you had a good show. Hope you enjoyed it. I did the best I could with what I got. 2,758 subscribers on this channel right now. Feel the Power 98 is saying, as an Italian, I feel bad that there is a hurricane named Florence, like the city in Tuscany. I hear you. I think it's just not fair to name a hurricane after a beautiful city like Florence. I don't think that's a good idea. But it's what it is. It's what they've done, and what are you going to do? On the subscriber count, it is humming along. I see now 2,762. Another 4 subscribers while I was on the air today. Thank you, everybody, so very much. The last couple of hours on this channel have been very heavy. We've had 1,000 views on this channel during this show in this hour. 1,000 views. That's a record for this channel. I've never had 1,000 views in 1 hour before at any one time. It's quite stunning. Folks are really following the Isaac story and the Florence story. I will attempt to stay on top of that for all of you guys out there and all my friends in the Caribbean. Those of you who are watching me from the Caribbean, if I don't mention your country, nothing personal. It's because, 1, there is a bunch of you, number 1. 2, I only have limited time to talk. I did a 3-minute video, and I couldn't mention all of you. Or 3, I just don't know all the countries off the top of my head, and that's probably the real reason I am not mentioning every island in the Caribbean. I didn't mention Grenada. I apologize, Grenada. I love you guys. St. Kitts. I love you guys. I have friends in St. Kitts. My friends in the Caymans, hi out there. Thank you for watching and tolerating this channel. For all of you who are watching me and saying to yourself, why doesn't he mention my island? It's nothing personal. I'm just trying to get so much information into such a short period of time to keep it relevant. And I'll get to you, I promise you. If there's anything crazy happening out there that has to be talked about, that's affecting you, I'll try to get to it. But I'm doing the best I can with what little I have. It's a one-man show. Thanks again, everybody, for your support, your kind words, your thumbs ups, and donations to this channel. I cannot thank you enough. Jennifer and I are overwhelmed by your generosity. Thank you for keeping us going. I really appreciate it. The comments keep coming in. Stay safe, everybody. Have a great evening tonight. We'll keep an eye on the news, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Like I say, 2 shows tomorrow, no matter what, and we'll stay on top of this whole story as it continues on. 39 thumbs ups, on our way to 40, maybe 50 later today. There's number 40. Just saw it hit. Thank you, everybody. This is Bruce with Traveling with Bruce out of Creston, British Columbia, where I'm safe. And I hope you're safe. Stay safe out there. Have a pleasant evening, September the 10th, 2018. We'll catch you tomorrow, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and I'll probably be doing another video between now and then. So subscribe here and here. Stay on top of what's going on. Okay, guys? Take care. We'll see you later. Bye for now.